Hi, and welcome to another Tool Basics video. Today we're going to be looking at the DeWalt multi-tool, specifically how to fit the battery and how to fit a tool. So two basic tasks so you can get started using the using this multi-tool. So let's look at the tool. First of all, you can see this is the bare tool. The battery goes in the bottom here, tool goes here. We've got an on-off button here. And we've got a little rocker switch there, which will keep the tool engaged. Obviously, no battery, so no life. Okay, so how do you fit the battery? So this is quite a big battery actually. It's a 5 amp hour battery. I think the tool also works with 4 amps, possibly with the smaller one, but I think you really do need something fairly meaty to make this to get the best of this tool. Okay, so how do you fit the battery? Right, what we need to do is just line the two up, and it basically slots in. So you can see here you've got the connector pins on the tool, and you can see the slots here that correspond with it on the battery. So all you need to do is slide one into the other. There's nothing to press, nothing to do, just a good hard click. When it's clicked, you can see it. Battery's in. Not going to fall out. Obviously the tool is heavier. You can see the little light on when you depress the trigger a little bit, and obviously if you pull the trigger you can hear the tool moving. So now we know the tool is the battery's working properly, light's still on, battery's nice and firm, it's not going to fall out. Okay, so the corresponding part of this, how do we take the battery out of the tool? So as again, little press, we can see the light, so we can see the battery's on. Now this time there's a little button here. You can just about see it. It's a little dark button there. It's in the little recess to stop it being pressed accidentally. And basically you need to push it down and then pull the trigger, pull the tool, backwards. So just the opposite of what we did to put it in. So slide it in, click, press the button down, pull firmly on the tool, off. You can double check, push the button, no action, battery's out. Bare tool back. Okay, so if you're a beginner to the tool, the next thing you're going to want to know is how do you insert a blade or a sander or one of the fittings for it. So I'll just move the battery to one side. We've got two here. So this is the pad for the sanding pads. So the pad fits on there, this fits into the tool. We've also got a blade. So this is a bimetal blade, and I know that because it says bimetal. You can see here essentially how the tool fits together. So this fits into the tool itself, clamps it tightly, tool doesn't go anywhere. I'll fit it with the battery off, but actually as long as you're competent you can keep the battery in. Okay, so the first thing to say about these the blades is that often you'll find they come in these little vac pack bags. Now they've got a film of grease on, which is quite tacky, so you might notice the first time you use them, and obviously you can reuse these blades, but the first couple of times it might be sticky in the tool. As I said at the beginning of the video, this is the carriage for all the blades. So to put the blade in, if you hold it underneath and 2 fingers, you can, that action there opens up this carriage. So all you need to do, blade faces downwards in this pan, it doesn't go upwards. So downwards like this, pull, slot the blade in firmly, release, and now the blade's in. It's not going anywhere. Now you can see I fitted it at 90, not 90 degrees, dead in line, 180 degrees to the tool. So it's going straight north. If you wanted it coming out at an angle, and so it's a good time to show how to take it off. Again, you press the button, takes a little bit of force. Now you remove the tool like this. Again, remember it's going to be a little bit sticky the first couple of times. And then you can actually put it at 90 degrees to the tool. Now, sometimes if space is limited, if you're trying to get into a skirting board, into a little nook or cranny, being able to turn it is great. So actually, let me show you with it turned on. So let's get the battery, line up the pins, slide it in, Nice firm click. And you can see I'm actually touching the blade there. I would advise touching the end. You can feel the vibration coming through it. And it's a sensitive trigger, so the harder you pull the trigger, the faster the motor moves. Let me show you taking the tool off. Again, so the battery's in this time, so take care to keep your fingers away from the black power button. Depress the lever, tool comes out. Simple as that. Okay, slightly different, but essentially the same process for the sanding disc. So sanding disc, you can see it's got very similar, well, virtually identical pattern on the disc itself. It's a little bit hard to see. So again, take the tool. I've already taken the battery out just to make it a little bit easier to move. Press some pressure on the lever, opens up the jaw, and again, slot it in. Release the lever, and it's there. Now obviously there's no sanding pad here, but that's all you need to do. Again, you could use this at an angle, probably less useful on the sanding disc, but again, if you wanted the point facing at 90 degrees, you could do that. Again, just because of the shape of the tool, it's probably slightly less useful here. The sanding pad is very close to the edge of the tool, as you can see. But again, there's probably going to be some applications where having it on the side is going to be useful. Just make sure it's locked in. Give it a little push. Again, battery out here. Yeah, pad's in. Again, remove, fingers underneath, squeeze the lever, open the jaws, and this time it slides out to the side because we've gone in at an angle. So essentially, that's everything you need to know about putting the battery in, taking the battery out, and using tools. Obviously, there's thousands of applications for these multi-tools. You can use them in lots of different ways, and this is, as my other videos, just a very basic how to get you started on using the multi-tool. But I hope you find it interesting. If there's anything you'd like to see more, if there's any suggestions you have, and I'm sure there's probably plenty, how I can improve the video, please let me know. Thanks for watching. I hope this has taught you something. Again, if you're an expert, probably far too basic for you, but if you've just got a multi-tool for the first time, I hope it's helped. Any comments, likes or subscribes would be great. Thank you very much. But actually, as long as you're competent, you can keep the battery in.